Hello everyone, bonjour, welcome to my YouTube channel, Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home. And in today's video, I'm so excited to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree Paris inspired glam decor crafts. So in today's video, I really wanted to get sparkly and romantic and just take you guys on a journey to a fun crafting adventure and just pretend like we're in Paris. So get out your glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. The first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create a really beautiful, sparkling, glittering glass jar. So you're just going to take a glass jar from the Dollar Tree. I'm actually using one of my old Bath & Body Works candle jars, and you're going to do a whole coat of Mod Podge on the inside of your jar. You want to coat the entire inside of the jar with a very thin layer of Mod Podge. Don't get it too thick and goopy or it'll get kind of weird and icky. Then you take your glitter and you just want to roll your glitter on the inside of your jar because you want the entire jar to be coated with glitter. And you're going to actually do this process 2 to 3 times depending on how full you want your glittery look to be. So once you have the first layer on, you want to let it dry about 2 hours in between coats. You're going to shake out the excess glitter and then save that glitter because you're going to roll it around in the jar again. Then you're going to completely coat the inside of your jar again on the inside with more Mod Podge, and then you're going to add glitter again. I love to do these jars and I usually do 3 coats to really get a good covering, and then at the very end of this, if you want to seal your glass jar on the inside so you can store things in it, you want to add 1 more layer of Mod Podge on the top of that. So you can see I'm really using my glitter, I'm reusing it, so just have like a little glitter plate ready and you can reuse your glitter and continue to add your coats. These are all to the inside of your glass jar. And then you can add makeup brushes inside of this. You could add some Coco Chanel letters to the outside of that. Comment, let me know if you guys want to see me do one of these, but I just added some beautiful pearls and roses and I think it comes out so gorgeous and very girly and oh so glam. Okay, you guys, so I have this picnic basket. Again, I got this from my mom's. She stored craft supplies in it. It's really pretty trashed, but I think picnic baskets are really versatile. If you guys find them at a flea market or a thrift store, definitely grab them because they're great for extra storage. And we're gonna paint this one. We're going to Paris with these DIYs, so I hope you guys grab your berets and a cute Paris outfit, and let's get to crafting. I'm also starting out this DIY with my homemade chalk paint. Now, I'm going to call it a French gray because we're going to Paris, and of course in Paris we have to have French style colors. I ended up adding 2 coats of my Frenchy Paris Gray chalk paint to the outside and the inside of the basket, and I did give it several times for it to dry. Now I'm just going in with some of my Dollar Tree letters and I'm adding the words Paris to the inside of my basket. My idea for this is to create a Paris inspired basket actually that I can store things in, and I want to be able to leave the inside of the picnic basket lid up so you can see the cute little Paris letters, and I think it turned out really adorable. I did throw in that thrift store jacket that you guys saw me use in my Trash to Treasure ruffled basket project. That was a couple videos back. You guys check that out if you have a chance. And here's some of the magazines actually that some of my work has been featured in. That Creating Vintage Charm was one of the first ones. It really touched my heart because I got the cover of that one and it just made me believe more in my art. So now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to use one of those Halloween hats. This is one of those tinsel decor pieces, and I just want to take the entire tinsel off of this. So basically what I want to create though is an umbrella floral, and I don't have an umbrella on hand for this, and I have had this DIY in my head for a while, so I just knew that we could hopefully attempt this and give it a go. So I'm cutting off the end if you guys end up using one of these hats, or just grab an umbrella if you have one. Trust me, it would probably be easier. I'm also using one of those Dollar Tree tablecloths. Now these tablecloths are very thin, so I'm just using a very thin layer of glue, and I'm just hot gluing the tablecloth to either side in kind of this triangle shape that points down. I did leave extra fabric in the front so I can stuff my umbrella down in the center, and I just took a couple of paper towels to kind of stuff down in there. And then I decided I needed an extra piece of the tablecloth on the back to kind of contain this entire project, and so I'm just hot gluing another little piece, and this is actually to the back of my tablecloth umbrella decor piece. So now I'm just putting in some of those pieces of paper towel. I think I used 4 or 5 paper towels, just kind of folded together and pushed down in. And then I'm using a Dollar Tree napkin ring that I had hot glued one of those cute little Dollar Tree bows to the front. I am just adding that to the base to kind of give it like the end of what an umbrella would kind of look like, kind of sort of. And then I also had some of those bamboo sticks on hand, and so I just hot glued 2 of them together, and I'm just poking them down in the end, and then I'm kind of hot gluing them to the front of this cute little umbrella decor piece, because I wanted it to look like those were kind of little spokes of the umbrella coming up. Now that I have my little sticks glued to the front, I wanted to take a flap of the tablecloth and just kind of flap it over and glue that on down. And then I also glued a piece of burlap ribbon around the top as well. And then I'm just putting in one of those Dollar Tree pieces of styrofoam kind of in the cone shape to fit down in there. You could probably use any shape of styrofoam, but this is what I had on hand. And then I'm using a lot of Dollar Tree florals with these beautiful hydrangeas and these beautiful roses. And then I did have 2 larger roses that I believe I got at Michael's craft store last season. I used 2 of those kind of fluffier roses, but I just continued to add greenery. This was just some greenery that I had left over from another project. I did use a chenille pipe cleaner stem at the top for my umbrella handle, and then I added just kind of some loopy bows. Again, ribbon that I already had on hand. I added some loopy bows to the base of this and also to the top. I really admire those really beautiful umbrella florals, and I just knew that I could dupe it or create it somehow. I think it came out really, really sweet. It definitely can never be used as an umbrella because it is not the sturdiest in the world, but it is absolutely adorable and very cheerful and very French inspired. I definitely think so. I hope you guys do as well. I think it looks beautiful in this space, and I cannot wait to share with you some more of these DIYs. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we are just going to cover some old books that I had with some Dollar Tree brown craft paper. So you're just going to take the book, you're going to place it inside the piece of craft paper, and you want to cut 2 inches on each side of the craft paper. And then you're going to find the edge, and you're just going to kind of crease it, and then you're going to remove your book. And this is really an old-fashioned way of covering books. Comment and let me know, did you guys used to cover your books with brown paper bags that your mom had from the grocery store? We actually did when I was in school. So anyway, you're going to place your book back inside once you have both those creases done. You're going to fold it over, and you're just going to take those little notches right there, and you're going to slide them over your book. Now be very careful because the Dollar Tree craft paper is really thin, and so one little piece of my book actually up at the corner got kind of torn, but it's not the end of the world. You can always tape it, glue it, or just like me, you just go ahead and roll with it. And so then once you have that side done, you can go ahead and fold it over and put the other side in as well. I decided my book needed a little bit something extra and romantic because I'm dreaming of Paris and I always think Paris is very romantic, and so I decided to add this pretty little Dollar Tree doily. You can find these in the wedding section in a huge pack. You can make tons of crafts with these doilies, but I'm just very gently hot gluing it to the front of my book. I really feel like it gives it some interest and some whimsy, so just gently glue each side. I just did kind of the top edges in and around, and then I just laid them back down, and you guys can really get creative with this. You could use different color doilies. You could add some stamps or stickers to the fronts or sides of these. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to do 2 books with the doilies, one on top and one in the center, and then just one plain book, just to give it a little bit of visual interest and for it not to be so staged. And so now I'm just adding in a really beautiful silk ribbon that my lovely friend and subscriber on here sent me. Lisa, thank you again. I'm just loving all this beautiful ribbon that you sent me, and I'm just tying it in this really sweet little shoelace bow. And so a shoelace bow is just a bow like you would be tying your shoelaces, and I think it looks really beautiful. Of course, I did have to go a little bit extra on this, and I just used a paint sample that was kind of about the same shade of pink, and then I had these French letters that I wanted to cut out, and this one says, I believe, life is beautiful, or beautiful life, or something along those lines in French. It was French font that I had printed out on my computer, and so I'm just gluing this to the top part of this little pink tag with some Elmer's glue. And then I also ended up adding a little piece of Dollar Tree rose contact paper to the top of this. Again, you guys can get super creative with this part. I love making homemade tags. And I did tie this on with some of that jute twine that you find in the Dollar Tree automotive section. Oh my goodness, I am so in love with these soft pastel colors. I think they're really beautiful for springtime. I also think they make the perfect colors to add to like a dressing table, maybe in your special favorite spot if you're decorating with shabby chic or just a girly glam. I think they're so soft and beautiful, and this little set just really touched my heart. It just really brought so much joy to me. I actually put it in a little corner of my living room, and I will probably end up moving this kind of more back to my beauty space is really what I had in mind for it. But for right now, because it is still spring, I'm leaving it out. It's just so beautiful and so whimsical and just transports me to a different time and place, and hopefully it's transporting you guys to Paris as well. So the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm just taking this cute little 5x7 frame, and this was actually a birthday card that Mr. Romantic had given me, and so I didn't want the birthday part to show through. I do save some of my really pretty cards, and so I feel like this was a really great way to reuse it. And so I'm just cutting out a piece of that rose Dollar Tree contact paper. I feel like that goes in with the kind of the French farmhouse glam vibe as far as tying in those blacks and whites with the black lettering, and also with the little books that we just created. And so I'm just putting the frame back together, and how beautiful is this? Voila! We have this beautiful piece of French style art, or just whimsical art. I think it looks perfect in this setting. I love the pink and white stripes on this beautiful dish. I actually picked up this set at TJ Maxx a couple seasons back. And then that beautiful Dollar Tree candle, and I'm so in love with this space. It's so precious. These big roses just make my heart melt. I cannot wait to share with you guys. I have actually some tea roses that will be blooming in my backyard this season. Hopefully, cross my fingers, my roses do good. and they're very similar to how these roses look. So I think that's what made my heart smile. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I am just going to take these Dollar Tree gift boxes, and you can see they've been painted already once or twice, but I want to paint them this really beautiful French gray that we used on the picnic basket. My idea for this is to create some really cute storage containers. So for the first one, I know that I need a storage container to put my remotes in, and so I wanted to go ahead and do this one for my remotes, and then I'm going to come up with a couple of more DIYs for the other two. Now, if you remember from my Trash to Treasure projects, I also had found the striped pantsuit that was in bad shape, but I was able to cut the pant leg off and it was cuffed, and lo and behold, it fit perfectly over this box, that pant leg did. Look at this, you guys, check this out. I'm so excited because I still have some of that fabric left over. So I just plopped my remotes down in here. Now it's a little lined basket. It kind of covers up the ickiness from me having already crafted on that box. And we have a new beautiful little remote holder. I'm in love. Let's go to Paris. Are you guys ready? Pack your bags. Let's go. I'm so ready for a vacation. Anyway, I'm just loving this. So fun, so adorable, and ooh la la. The other thing I have to share with you all is this beautiful purplish pink tree that is blooming outside in my front yard, and for the life of me it has slipped my mind what this tree is called. I have two in my backyard as well, so this is one of my favorite times of spring. When this tree blooms, it just feels like I'm in a fairy wonderland. I love it. Blessed to have it. It does turn green in the summer, but I also wanted to share with you all that Grove Collaborative is offering all of my viewers a 5-piece free gift set. I will have it linked down below in the description box. That is with a $20 purchase, but right now is the best time to buy because they have their springtime fragrances with their peony, lilac, and check out these bottles, you guys. They're so beautiful. I know you'll love them. So thank you all so much for joining me on this Paris DIY adventure. I'm so thankful and blessed to have you all here. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. I do a ton of DIYs. I'm a crafty mama with a glue gun, and I'm just so thankful and blessed to have you all here. I also want to let you know the winner of my giveaway from last week is Lynn Smith. Congratulations to you. Also, I just want to thank you all so much for all of your kind comments, love, and support. I'm so blessed and honored to have you all here. Your comments truly make my heart sparkle and shine, and I just love you guys all to the moon and back. Thank you again, and I cannot wait to share another video with you guys, and next week we'll have tons more DIYs and just fun, amazing content. I also do have some more giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.